Hello and welcome to Sharp Ends. Today I'm going to talk about the Demko AD20.5. Um, this knife came out about a year and a half ago, and it took the world by storm. It has a different kind of lock. Demko is known for doing different kinds of locks. And it's a really sweet folder. When it first came out, however, it was done fairly cheaply, much more cheaply than what Demko usually does. And it came out from, I believe the first one was made in Taiwan, and AUS 10 steel. So not AUS 8, but AUS 10, which, a lot of people complain about that or don't like it, but it was perfectly good steel for everyday use, honestly. I am a little bit of a steel snob, though, and I do like to look around for new steels. So I've had a love affair with this knife. First off, I should just say that I absolutely love this knife. This knife fits really well in the hand. The ergos are great. The lock, which is called the Shark's lock, is just amazing. You can open and close it by just pushing the lock, which is this little guy up here. There's no liner lock or anything like that. And the basic G10 version, the basic plastic scales handle version of this, is fairly cheap. It's about $150, I believe, in the AUS 10. And now they make a D2 version of it. So I ended up buying, I've probably had 6 to 8 different ones of these, and now I have these 3. I've bought it for friends before who've liked it as well because the action of it, the lockup is so cool, and it can flick open very easily. Thumb. I and it all. I've had about 6 of these. So as soon as they came out with the D2 version, which is this is the D2 version from Taiwan, I got it. I also got these linen micarta scales, which I really like. The texture is really nice. They're kind of thick. The scales are kind of thick. And this has the original smaller hardware on here. And anyway, this was the first one that I kind of upgraded and I really liked, the D2 version. It's got the, what would you call this blade? Like a Bowie, almost a Bowie type blade to it. It also has this shark's foot blade to it. A lot of people like this too. Friend of mine is a roadie and a technician, works on shows. He loves this blade because you can cut things down on it, and it's got this tip that's not going to break, right? A lot of people like this. Metal Complex loves this version right here. He's been carrying this, I know. So the second nicest one that I got was the plain titanium handles, and they upgraded not only the steel again, and this is 3V steel. Sorry if the blade's a little dirty. I use my knives, even ones that I've gotten customized. They also upgraded to the mid-tech type hardware, you'll notice. Now, I got this customized at Way of Knife. I asked them for a sci-fi theme, and they did Mars Attacks, which I love. They took the plain titanium and they added these logos. And of course, this guy, the Ack alien from Mars who eats everyone. 3V, very nice. And the clip, they did a titanium, or they did a wash too. These clips are from Lynch clip, and let me just say that the original clips that came with these and the original clips that come with Spyderco's, I don't like. I like deep carry clips, and I like deep carry clips because they look nicer, they hide it, and they can be customized like this. This looks a lot nicer. It has this nice spoon bill it goes over. So if you have a Spyderco or any kind of knife, in general, you should look and see if Lynch clip, and that is spelt Lynch clip. You should see that website and get an upgrade for that. They're usually reasonable. They're titanium. Anyway, this is another one that I got, the 3V version of. And then when I got this customized, I was like, I don't really want to get this scratched too much, so I'm not going to carry this as much, although I do use it occasionally. So what I ended up doing was they came out with this textured titanium version. And I got yet another one. And this one is really expensive because this texturing, this diamond texturing is expensive to do. I'm not going to get this one customized. But what I will say is that I got the Shark's Foot version, like Metal Complex has. It's got the mid-tech gear on it. I got a nice clip on it. It's got the gunmetal clip on it. And I went ahead and got, for my Linen Micarta one, which is, 2D, granted, but it's a nice linen micarta and it's a good work knife. I don't, I'm going to carry this at work, and I'm not going to care how much I beat it. Um, but I got another Lynch clip here that kind of matches that red linen micarta, I think, very, very well. The, the titanium ones are integral, so they're very thin too. Like, notice how much thinner this is. Now, this one here, before it had the linen micarta, I just had the G10 scales on it, but substantially more thick. This has titanium spacers right here. And here you can kind of see how that comes in. Now, if I were to take this apart for you, you would see that basically the clip itself sits up on a little ridge, a little shelf here, and it's dead locked in there. So things I like about this, the lock is great. It's very easy to flick open. It's got great action. The lockup is 100%. The blade shape on the Sharks, I think they call this a Shark's Foot. The Shark's Foot is great. 3V is something, yes, you usually find in more of a fixed blade, but that steel is just a great steel. With the Lynch clip, deep carry clip, the mid-tech hardware, the spacers, titanium spacers back here. This was $375, and I think worth every penny. This was closer to $300, and then I spent an additional $100 to get Way of Knife EDC Gear House to customize it for me. I've done a couple of different Way of Knife upgrades, packages. You should go and check out their stuff. Their Instagram is also amazing. Check out and see what they do. It's pretty cool stuff. So that is the Demko AD20.5. Curious to know what you guys think. I think that I'm going to go ahead and say this is my favorite knife that I own right now. I have other knives and I have other brands that I like more, but this knife itself is just so sweet. And honestly, now I've got the textured titanium one, but I find myself carrying my old beater a lot too around the yard. I mean, this is a great knife to have in the backyard. I know I'm not going to break the 3V steel. I can use it anywhere I want to chop down a branch. The lock is so strong that I can beat on the blade with this, and I know that I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna try to go through. I'm not gonna try to split a log, but I could certainly cut a branch with this, and I don't fear breaking this at all. This is D2, obviously, so this steel isn't as tough as the 3V, but all the same, just great all-around design, steel, ergos, everything. I can't say enough about this. I think it's my favorite knife at the moment. Yeah, so I think you guys should definitely check one out. If you are at all thinking about getting one of these, but you're not quite sure, you don't have to spend $375. You can get this version here in D2 for about $150 in G10 from any of the major outlets, and I would suggest that you do that. And I wouldn't be surprised if you went online on eBay and were able to find it a little bit cheaper than that. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you get a chance, pick one up. Tell me what you think, or if you already have one and you like it, let me know. And if you don't like it, I'd love to know why you don't like it. I haven't met anyone who doesn't like this knife. I've handed this knife to total new people who don't know anything about knives after they've handled a Spyderco or something like that. And I've said, hey, check this out. And I've showed them how you push back on this and it closes. And they're just blown away. So, yeah, Let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me here at Sharp Ends, and I will see you soon. I hope I'm going to be posting a little bit more often. I lost my last phone, and I record my videos with that, but I have a lot of ideas for new videos, and I will be posting more as soon as I can. Thanks, and see you later.